No, I think I would just the mic back down.
The left fielder, number 11, Jake Cook.
And back after a couple technical issues. And it's the top of the fifth. The Ironmen have gone one more run, so they are now up 4-2. There's runners on second and third. Those would be Moncton and Keating. And Jake Cook right now is up to bat. And Cook slaps one into right field. And now that's two more Ironman runs. They now take the lead 6-2. Still no outs in the top of the fifth. And it looks like Cormier's night will be done. So Walsh now comes into bat, and we'll see who the Mets bring in as in relief. And it's going to be Brandon Hillier that steps in.
Pitching for the Mets, number 8, Brandon Hillier.
Brandon Hillier that will come in relief. Got the save in the most recent game versus the Ironmen, where Van Putten had pitched 5 2/3, and he came in for an inning and a third, striking 3 out of the 4 batters out to take home and secure the 3-1 W. There he is warming up, getting a couple warm-up pitches. Still waiting to come up to bat is Logan Walsh, the third baseman. grounded into a fielder's choice and grounded out to Cormier.
Third baseman, number 14, Logan Walsh.
Just got a little outside. It's downtown.
Hillier on the mound. Walsh at the dish. There's ball one. That'll find its way low. So runner on first. Still no outs. Ironmen have 3 runs so far this inning. This one smacked back up the middle, and it's a hit immediately for Logan Walsh.
Designated hitter, number 26, Julio Hernandez.
Now it's Julio Hernandez, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts so far. That one a foul. We'll go for strike one. The 1-0 now goes to 1-1. Still no one out in the inning. Cook on second. Walsh on first for the Ironmen. They have really taken control of this game. Near the top of the 5th, this one smacked hard right. Will end up right in to the Ironmen bullpen.
All you can do is slow fast.
1-2 from Hillier. This one misses, and some runners will advance. Now runners on second and third. Now potentially more trouble for the Mets, as there's now 2 more runners in scoring position. In a 6-2 ball game, 2-2 the count with no outs. Still, this one again hit with some force behind it by Hernandez, but way foul. And another one from Hillier is down low for ball 3. Now full count, no outs. Second and third. Cook on third, Walsh at second. Payoff pitch from Hillier. It's a ground ball. That one to Buckle. He's going to go home, but LeBlanc bobbles it a little bit. It's now 7-2 Ironmen with runners up on the corners.
Second baseman, number 41, Charlie Olson.
Now Molson steps up, still no one out. Runners on the corners. Ironman now up 7-2. There's a first pitch strike from Hillier. Oh, and 1 to Moncton. This one chopped high. Vautour gonna snag it, apply the tag, but a run will still come in from third. That will now make it 8-2 in favor of the Ironmen.
The right fielder, number 18, Terrell Hebert.
Now it's a Bear with a 1-0 count. Make that one 2-0 as it's just wide. Two 2-0 from Hillier. Down low, it's 3-0. Now a 3-0 count to Tyrell Bear. And this one's a strike down the middle from Hillier. And this one's a ball 4, just low. So Hebert will take a walk and stroll into first.
Center fielder, number 33,
Still
Zach Goss.
just 1 out in the inning. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Goss will foul one back. That one starts off 0-1. One from Hillier, and that's 0-2. Now he gets his at-bat started off the opposite from the last. And this one's outside for ball 1. And now the payoff from Hillier. 1-2, first and second, still no outs. This one's chopped to second. Martin to Buckle to Vautour, and they won't turn 2. Ever so close. Vautour sprawls on the ground. But they do at least get the out at second.
First baseman, number 42, Mike McKay.
Craig was out for a long time last year. 2 years ago, Craig was out because he got a foul ball and yeah, you're right. He's been hit a lot. Yeah. Well, he's been there for over 50 years, God. Yeah, he's been hit a lot.
There's a quick strike, 1 McKay. Runners on the corners. 2 outs now. McKay so far, a ground ball, and has been hit by a pitch and scored earlier in this inning. This one sent to Vautour. He'll scoop it up, run to his bag, and the bleeding ends for the Mets, as that is the end of the top of the fifth. They go to the bottom. It's Martin, Cormier, and Buckle to do up. And they'll try to strike back with that inning, down by 6 now after 4.5.
In the top of the fifth, 3 runs, or 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. After 4.5, Chatham 8, the next 2.
You just have to have a good couple of hits.
Second baseman, number 12, Stephen Martin.
Stephen Martin steps up in the bottom of the fifth. Last at bat, and only at bat, was a ground out to McKay. That was unassisted. And this one hit to the shortstop, Keating. He'll look up and toss over to McKay for a quick out 1 of the inning.
Designated hitter, number 7, Justin Cormier.
Now Cormier into bat. 1 out. He's flown out to center field twice so far. 1 out and a 1-1. That one just outside for a ball. And another one low. 3-1 the count. Up next on deck is Declan Buckle. This one up high for ball 4. And Cormier will strut his way down to first.
Shortstop, number 2, Declan Buckle.
Now Declan Buckle in. 1 out. Cormier on first, and he is drilled. So that is a quick at bat.
First baseman, number 16, Serge Vautour.
That's ridiculous. Look at
And Serge Vautour now in. Runners on first and second. Vautour singled and scored and lined out to the first baseman earlier in the third.
got in the roll, man. Career out of it. Oh, yeah, you're right. He just went. But I knocked him off.
So Serge Vautour, a 1-1 count. This one just outside.
Same thing with taking shortstop for the second base. Sliding in with first base. You know how the legend was that he shit? He put the spikes and he hits. That's for the shit. You know, if you really get into the man's career, you really have to look at
And Vautour pops one up high.
he was not the miserable bastard that they tried to portray him.
So a full count. Leggett's still on the mound.
It's almost Albert White.
And Vautour is going to draw a walk. A walk, a hit by pitch, and another walk. Now loads the bases for Luke Vautour. Now bases loaded. Leggett's still going to stay in the game. And we're going to have Alex Parlee coming in to pinch hit. And he is hit. That is a quick way to get a run in for the Mets as they desperately needed one. And now it looks like Leggett's going to go out of the game. So with one out, bases loaded. Van Putten to come up next.
Pitching for Chatham, number 21, Aaron Hale.
It's Van Putten that steps up, a single and a ground out to third. So far this game, the Mets now down by a score of 5. But in the bottom of the 5th, they have the bases loaded and only one out. And they still do not have a hit in this inning. 2 walks and 2 players getting drilled so far this inning. First pitch from Hale on the mound, taking it from Leggett, who served him well for 4 1/3 of an inning. Hale so far in the year has only been in 1 inning and gave up 2 runs in that 1 inning. First pitch is a ball. Van Putten shows bunt as it now goes to 1-1. Another pitch from Hale. Grounder from Van Putten. Gonna go to first with it, and they get him. But a run does score. So a sacrifice that very well will be worthy.
Second baseman number 25, Brian Smith.
All right, Brian. Out with the punch.
So Smith, who's 0 for 2 on the day, now comes up with 2 outs and runners on second and third here in the game. Pitch from Hale is high. Will now go to 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, and 2, and this one's in there from Hale. Smith with a pump out to first and a fly out to center field so far in this game. And looks to come up clutch with 2 runners in scoring position. This one's up high, 3-1. So now 8-4 in a high scoring game. And this one in there from Hale. So a full count with 2 outs now to Smith. Full count. This one way high up and out of the zone. So Smith will reach base with a walk and load the bases once again.
The center fielder, number 6, Sean Hartley.
Come on, boys. Start with 2, boys. They will start with 2. Fire. Well, that's me.
And Bartley now in 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to right field in the bottom of the 5th. With Hale now on the mound, this one's down low. Now 3 total walks in this inning. This one up high and wide left now for a 2-1 count. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded for Bartley as he sends one up high. This one will travel foul. Takes a wild bounce off some of the bleachers. Two and two. Bartley swings and misses at a nasty pitch from Hale. And that gets them out of the jam. They'll now flip to the top of the 6th here in this one.
In the bottom of the 5th, 2 runs on
Ironmen
board, 2 no
8,
errors, and 3
Mets
men left.
4.
After 5 complete, Chatham 8, Mets 4.
The Moncton Dixie Lee Mets would like to thank the following sponsors for their support. Downfield Real Estate, Greco Pizza, Sports Med Max Physiotherapy, Danielle Sanoui Photography, Lock Lumber Backs, the Moncton Sports Dome, the City of Moncton, J.D. Irving Limited, Planet Fitness, Igloo Beverage Room, Baker Tilly, Bricks Experience Moncton, and Southampton Solutions.
Chris Keating, he's going to step in to the left batter's box here. 2 for 3 on the day. Hillier still on the mound. This one cranked right up the middle with a first pitch swinging from Keating. That'll now leave him on with a single. Moncton steps in. He's also 2 for 3 with a runner on first and no outs. And that one in the strike zone from Hillier gets Watkins started off. And another one from Hillier. That's in there. Watkins now down 0-2. Keating on first. Now stealing. There's a pitch. The ball. LeBlanc's throw will not get him in time. So Keating now moves up to second. One and two from Hillier. And this one in there. And Watkins gonna get rung up. And that now gets the Mets their first out in the inning for Jake Cook.
Left fielder, number 11, Jake Cook.
First pitch is sent up and foul. And Keating still waiting on second. Cook so far a single, a walk, and a ground out to second. Now comes up with a man in scoring position. This one from Hillier is a bit high. 2-1 count. So far in Hillier's outing. Has given up one, which I believe it was a man left on from Cormier. And got a couple fielder's choices to end off the inning. In the huge jam in the top of the fifth, steps off, looks to second. This one looked good initially from Hillier, but is just sent low. Now 3-1 to the count, over for left fielder Jake Cook. This one swung on by Cook. It's gonna go over for Buckle, throwing it across. And it's in time to first base.
Third baseman, number 14, Logan Walsh.
It was from Smith, excuse me, going all the way to first. Now 2 out in the inning for Logan Walsh, who is 1 for 3 today.
Look, I tell you what, I had given up on them some time ago, but he had bases loaded.
That's a ball to get. Walsh started off. The 1-0 to her, to Walsh, sorry. Going upstairs, 2-0. Two 2-0 from Hillier to Walsh. This one popped up. Moving back for it. And there's Buckle in to make the catch. That'll be a pop out to Buckle, the shortstop, to end the top of the sixth. No runs for the Ironmen. And the Mets will now get their chance to try to come back into this one. Still down by 4 here at MSD.
They won their last 3 games in a row. All right. And they won 1 game down in Halifax against Halifax. They beat Halifax.
Halifax always
They beat Halifax in Halifax 117-112. And then they beat the New Jersey team here twice.
Pitch hitting for the Mets, number 21, Jake Green.
Now it's the other catcher, Jake Green, that steps in this game.
Just getting tickets was a damn show up for them. You know what I mean? They're going to try to do something different.
I would hope so.
Well,
I mean, why can't you pay when you get there? You know what I mean? What's wrong with that?
Well, that's the beginning. This place is too small.
So Green steps in for LeBlanc, who had gone 0 for 2. So far in this game, Hale still in for the Ironmen. And Green has come up clutch the past couple times for the Mets in the games at home. This one fouled into his legs.
They held 600. They didn't know how big a place they were going to use. So in this year, they're looking for a bigger place of those 5 minutes. And if they do, there's a couple around there. So if they get a bigger place, they won't have to worry about it.
And the 1 and 2 to Green. From Hale, bottom of the 6th. This one will be bounced into the dirt.
The Coliseum has a clause in it that when there's something about it when the other teams left, if there was a 10-year waiting period before you could put basketball back. Yeah.
2 and 2 to Green. This one swung on and missed. So Green will strike out in his only pinch hitting at bat.
Right fielder, number 12, Stefan Martin.
And we'll now bring up Stefan Martin. And there's a first pitch strike to Martin. And now at the bottom of the order, so the lineup will flip up to Cormier up after this one. There's 2 quick strikes from Hale here in this one.
Well, I was over there for the International Women's Soccer.
Now Martin going to be forced to swing here soon. Not on that pitch, however. It goes high for ball 1.
Pro football game that was played there.
But you're talking 20,000 people anyhow. You're only talking 1,200 for basketball.
1 and 2 to Martin. This one's going to be hit going up the middle, taken by Keating. He'll throw it on to first, and that will be out number 2 with a ground out to the shortstop.
The designated hitter, number 7, Justin Cormier.
Now Cormier steps up to bat. He's 0-2, but has gone on base with a walk. Here in this one, there's a first pitch strike over to Cormier.
Sunday, they beat St. John twice. They beat, I think, Fredericton once. They were in the same boat. They were
The 0-1 to Cormier. That one bounced into the dirt. Luckily, no one on base.
And then once they got them back, they got going again. Well, the Blue Jays are winning over the Cardinals. 2-0 in the 3rd. Sorry, Don.
1-1. Now a ball way outside. Now it's 2-1.
Do you think Pete Rose is ever going to get in the Hall of Fame?
That's up to the writers.
They all got to die?
Just because he's been made eligible doesn't mean they're going to vote.
And another one up high for Cormier.
You need 75%. If you only get 50%, he's not going to be in. So just
3-1. Hale to Cormier, and it's up high for ball 4.
2027. I think it's a 2026 ticket. It's 2027. That doesn't mean it's going to get in.
Shortstop number 2, Declan Buckle.
He could get in the first year he's on, and he might not get in for 2 or 3 years. That's right.
Now Buckle steps in, takes a huge swing at the first pitch.
Baseball writers in America. All the fans in the world could want him in.
Now the 0-1 to Buckle. This one fouled off as it's Cormier. Kicks a bit of dirt and waits in at first.
The writers don't like you.
Funny to see a bit of a size comparison there at first base.
Even the curlers didn't like him.
And the 0-2 to Buckle, and there he is, putting one up the middle, and he'll coast into first base with another base knock.
First baseman number 16, Serge Montour.
Quick change to 8-7.
That's the feared power bat of Serge Vautour. That'll move into the batter's box. Deal from Hale. This one's high for a ball 1.
I said they signed him and they saw him playing down by his
The 1-0. Serge Vautour wanted to go long. They are going to count it as a strike. Definitely looked like he had went. There's the man with the most recent base hit, Declan Buckle, who leads off first.
If you were to pick a girl on the Mystics, the season star, who would you pick?
1-1 Vautour with a big swing.
Katie Fillmore's pretty good.
Who?
Katie Fillmore.
Will end up not making contact.
And there was another one.
So Vautour with a single, line out to first, and a walk. That is how his game has gone so far. And this one fouled back above the backstop as he stays alive.
She had a brace on her knee. She missed the first 3 or 4 games.
Was she injured this year?
She missed the first 3 games, and that kind of
1-2, this one in the dirt.
they had no center. She's the center, right?
Runners will not advance, although Buckle had considered.
Katie's good. Katie Fillmore's good.
So back to the field, Vautour
Good player.
with a 2-2 count. Awaits the pitch from Hale, and a swing and a miss for strike 3 to end off the inning. Gary Hale, a great job to fight off Vautour to end the 6th inning. Do it for the Ironmen. Top of the 7th, Hernandez, Molson, Hebert.
your 50-50 tickets for tonight's prize of $134. Winning ticket number 3045. 3045. Claim your prize at the men's game day off.
You love me or hate me?
The winner?
I do too.
I think it would serve the Bruins right if you won the cup. Where's the dressing room? He is inside the dressing room.
Now moving over to what
First baseman number
could be our last inning here today. 8-4 in favor of the Ironmen.
As soon as you sign him, he's the best guy in town.
Oh, yeah?
Don't worry, he's a free agent. If Toronto signed him for free,
And this one slapped hard into left field and will drop in for a single.
starts at 3-0.
second baseman number 41, Charlie Moncton.
No, I could have used 134 bucks.
Also now in. 1 ball, no strikes. A runner on first being Hernandez. And there's a wild pitch as we're gonna have a runner advance. So changes out in the outfield for the Mets. Parlee is in left field, and Green is now behind the plate. This one a high chopper that will go foul. Also gonna have a jog back to the mound. So it's Leggett and has taken the spot of Hernandez, and he is on second. And there's another base hit. And Leggett had to scramble to get back to second, but he's in there safely. And now Moncton has stepped out of this game, so we'll have a pinch runner on first somewhere. Hale's gonna take strike one. Now 1 out and a runner on second. And there's 2 strikes. I'm also with a line out to second. And Hale will smack one over to third. It's Martin going over to Vautour and didn't get the out.
Fielder number 33, Zach Goss.
So Goss now in, runner on second, 2 outs, 1 for 3 on the day. And there he is swinging at the second pitch of the at-bat. Now 1-1, still 2 out, Leggett waiting at second. Pitch from Hillier, and that hit gets his leg. It looks like, yes, so there he'll get a free pass down to first.
Center fielder number 42, Mike McKay.
McKay fouls one off into the backstop with the first pitch strike. Here's Hillier that almost hits him right in the noggin, but will just be inside for the first ball of in the second pitch of the at-bat. This one from Hillier's just outside, but it was close to catching a little bit of the plate. Two and one to McKay. This one swung on, gonna get in the outfield. Might be in the gap, but rushing on there to catch that one is Luke Vautour. So bottom of the seventh, Mets need to rally 4 runs and quickly.
Tonight's 50-50 winner is Roger LeBlanc. Third baseman, number 4, Alex Harley.
Now it's Parley leading off the bottom of what needs to be a really clutch bottom of the 7th that starts off with a strike. Still against Hale, that's fouled right back into the netting. 0-2 against Parlee. Delivery from Hale. That one drills him in the back. So Parlee will now have a leisurely stroll down to first as he's hit. Now that will bring in Van Putten. Now a little meeting on the mound.
Come fielder number 23, Nathan Van Putten.
So Van Putten, who was 1 for 3 so far on the day, now has Parlee over at first. So Goss is in to pitch from center field. McKay now goes to play center field. As we still wait for some updates for some of the players in the field. First pitch from Goss of the evening is in there. Starting off, Van Putten with a strike. Goss, Van Putten, 0-1. This one's chopped by Van Putten. Rushing on it, Watkin has to throw it quickly, but it's wide. There goes Van Putten to second on a wild pitch. Now here comes Parlee into home, and there's gonna be no play. And what a play that was. So it ends up Van Putten's going to be on second. The Mets are going to be now within 3 runs. And still no outs. First pitch to Smith is fouled right back into the netting. So Smith with a pop out to first, a fly out to center, and a walk this game. This one from Goss will just miss the zone. 1-1. Over to Smith. This one swung on and missed. A huge cut made by Smith. Mets with 2 runs in the first, 2 in the 5th, and 1 here in the top of the 7th. Getting to 5 runs in total, but giving up 8 to the Ironmen. Hits 11-6 in favor of the Ironmen. This one chopped over to second to Molson. He'll make an easy play, throwing it over to first. So Van Pun going to third. And now that brings up Jesse Malone, who's going to be pinch hitting in this one.
Pinch hitting for the Mets, number 11, Jesse Malone.
So Malone in with a .375 batting average. Runner on third, 1 out. And there's a good take from Malone. Now a 3-0 count. And this one a strike. So 3-1, 1 out in the inning. And that was the recent Smith ground out to second. It's Green on deck for 2 pinch hitters in a row. There's Malone, high chopper, gets by. This one a toss from second again from Molson. Getting 2 down with a ground out to second. But a run does come in to score. A sacrifice ground out that brings in Jake Green. Now a 2-run game. That one just outside. Jake Green 0 for 1 today. That one came a strikeout last inning. There's a hefty cut for strike 1 of the at-bat. One and one down in the dirt, but still gets Green swinging. Mets are down to their last strike here in this 2-run ball game against the Chatham Ironmen. Pitch slapped hard by Green. And he's going to get himself on base here in the bottom of the 10th. That now brings up Stephen Martin.
Fielder, number 12, Stephen Martin.
Now 2-out runner on first for Martin. That one a bit up high. That's a pitch over to Martin. There's 2 balls now to Martin. And tying run for the Mets is up to bat. This one, a strike. Looks like just high in the zone. There's Green with the recent base hit on first as he leads off. Bit of a big leadoff for him. McKay backing off a bit. This one a grounder up the middle from Mern. Bit of a bobble, but it's there for the out, and that will end this ball game by a score of 8-6 in favor of the Ironmen. And the Mets are now 0-4 at home. Might be a bit of an MST curse. They are 2-1 on the road. And this Wednesday is going to be their third game against the Charlottetown Islanders here on MST. And we invite you to stick around for that one. It'll be a rematch. Mets, Islanders, sign out from Kiwanis Park in downtown Moncton.